Thank you so much for this opportunity to serve and to work beside and with this incredibly talented team. You know, the issues I've been taking on in this role are very personal to me, and they have been for as long as I can remember. As keen listeners, you may already have guessed that I grew up in and around the city of Boston. My dad was a teacher in the Boston school system for more than 40 years, and my mom waitressed at local donut shops. You know, looking back, I guess we were a lower middle class family, but we didn't know it. Instead of expensive vacations, my sisters and I did our adventuring in our own backyards, playing in the woods. Oops, I'll take that off. Playing in the woods and around ponds in our hometown. A beach day for my family was a swim in Boston Harbor. And at that point in time, it meant coming out of the water with oil and other things stuck to our skin. So we'd have to dry and clean ourselves all at the same time. Well, that was back in the 60s, before the first Earth Day. But we managed, and Boston Harbor today is terrific. But all I can think of is back when I was in grammar school, and the nuns used to jump up and say, run, close the windows in your classrooms, because when the rubber factory across the street started to spew chemical stenches into the air, it would come wafting into our classroom. And that smell kept us from recess more days than I or my teacher ever cared to remember. So I figured out early that there was just an intrinsic connection between our environment and our health. And that understanding drew me into a very long career of public service, which I will never regret and always cherish. And I did it because I was trying to help families and communities just like mine, and those who are facing certainly much steeper and more insidious legacies of environmental harm, so they could overcome the challenges that were holding them back. Environmental protection is part of my moral fiber. It's what I live for. And I'm proud of the progress that we've made across the United States, and I'm proud of the work that I did for many years at local and state governments, as well as at EPA, to make sure our air and water were cleaner, to make communities safer and more livable, and begin to confront the crisis of climate change. And I'm here today because climate change is not only a threat to the planet, it is a threat to our health and our well-being. It's a threat to people everywhere and the precious natural resources that we depend on. Defeating this threat is the fight of our lifetimes, and our success will require the engagement of every community, every sector in our nation, and every country in the world. But the opportunities to act on climate change right now fill me with incredible optimism, with hope, with energy and excitement. We not only have the responsibility to meet this moment together, we have the capacity to meet this moment together. The president-elect has put together the strongest climate plan ever raised to this level of leadership. It rises to the incredible moment of opportunity we have to build back better for our health, for jobs, and for communities that have been systematically disadvantaged for years. It will be my incredible honor to help turn this plan into promises kept by marshaling every part of our government, working directly with communities, and harnessing the force of science and the values of environmental justice to build a better future for my 2, very soon to be 3 little grandchildren, and for generations of Americans to come. So thank you for this opportunity to help put Americans back to work in innovative, good paying, clean energy jobs, to improve the health of our communities, and to help clear the path for people in every hometown in America to live brighter, cleaner, and more vibrant lives. Thank you.